does it look different on mine? Are you zoomed in? Yeah. Hey everybody, I'm fixing this guitar up here. It's a vintage Gibson, and it's got a crack down the middle, and then also you see the bridge is off, so I've got to replace the bridge here as well. I'm actually fixing this guitar up and I'm giving it away on the 15th to one of my subscribers. You have to be 18 and in the US, but if you fit one of those, this guitar could be yours. I think these things sell for like anywhere from like $500 to $1,000, so definitely a nice guitar. So what I'm doing right now is just taking some of this hide glue and I'm going to put it in the crack here to kind of stiffen up, to kind of solidify this crack, and then after I do that I'm going to take a little piece of wood and put it under here. They call that a cleat, and that just kind of reinforces the crack. Don't let your guitars get too dry. Yeah, for anyone who's just showing up now, I'm fixing this Gibson and I'm going to be giving it away to one of my subscribers on September 15th. So you have to be 18 and in the US to be eligible for it. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. This stuff is hide glue. I've actually made this before. It's basically like, let's see, it's some kind of animal hide, but the way I made this, if you take like raw hide from dog bones and you boil that over water for like, I don't know how long, a while, and eventually it'll dry. Well, you can put that liquid in like a pan and then put it in the oven to finish kind of baking it off, and that's glue. That'll become glue. So it's pretty cool how you make glue like this. But yeah, I'm just gonna put a little bit of this glue in this crack along here. I'm just working the glue in the crack right now. Okay, I got it. Yeah, this hide glue, it's not quite as strong as other glues, so that's good. Just gonna get as much of this glue in here as I can right now. Hey, what's up? How are y'all doing? Thanks for watching. I'm fixing up this guitar right now. It's got a crack down the middle because if there's not enough humidity, the guitars dry up and they shrink and they can crack. So that's what happened to this one. Yeah, this is a vintage Gibson. This is from like the early 60s. I'm gonna put a little bit more in here. So one of you can win this guitar. Who wants it? Who wants to win? Alright. So that crack, that's pretty good. I'm going to put a clamp on here in a minute so I can kind of make sure that the top layer stays flat. But see, this is the bridge that came off. Can you put my name on it? Okay. I can wish you the best of luck. I'll imaginary write your name in there right now, and hopefully you win. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Good luck to you. I've got a good feeling about your chances. But this guitar, when it's split open, it caused the bridge to come off. This is very common for something like this to happen. So anyway, I'm gonna put this back on after we get this thing done. You don't have to donate. Yeah, no. Hey, what's up from Turkey? Is it nighttime in Turkey right now? Good to see you on the chat. Alright, let's put a little bit more glue up here in this one. This one's not so bad. I mean, this crack is not really the worst thing that can happen to a guitar, because guitars are just wood and they're all glued together. Just wood and glue. Ah, very nice. Yeah, I'm usually up at that time. Thanks, Jesse. I appreciate your subscription. Yeah, whoever gets this guitar will definitely be happy. You know, I actually found this thing in the trash. It's kind of funny. I'm over here in New York, and people, they just throw away so many good things, including vintage Gibson guitars. So anyway, it's exciting for me, I guess. Can you paint it green? No, I can't paint it green, but if you win, you can. If you win, you can paint it green. That's fine. That's up to you. I wouldn't paint it green, but you can. That might be kind of cool. I guess that would be cool. So that's that. I need to let this dry a little bit, and then we can put this bridge on right here. Yeah, green paint. Oh yeah, what am I talking about? So this guitar, I'm giving it away to one of my subscribers on the 15th. You do have to be in the US, and somebody 18 or older has to claim it. So if you fit that criteria, this could be your guitar. I'm going to set it up perfectly. It's going to be very nice. Whoever wins will be very happy. But yeah, it's a really good guitar. I mean, overall it's in pretty good shape. I mean, for like a 60 to 70 year old guitar, I mean, this thing's in good condition. These things crack all the time. What's up, Jesse Allen? Yeah, so these cracks, this kind of stuff happens. You just have to fix it. Jesse, I appreciate you being on the live, and good luck to you in this competition. You know, so far I've got just over, like, not quite 600 subscribers, so hopefully by the time the 15th comes along I'll have 5,000 subscribers, but I doubt it. So you've got really good odds right now if you enter the competition. I'm sorry, Jesse. Maybe somebody you know 18 or older can subscribe and they can win the guitar for you. You know, somebody needs to claim it that's 18 or older, but maybe you could find somebody who'd be willing to do that. You're not 18 either. Well, I'm sorry. But look, I can give you some advice. Metallica song covers. Des Moines. Okay. Well, look. What you should do, go on Facebook Marketplace in Des Moines, and I bet there's a lot of people selling like really cheap guitars, like $20 to $50 even. So just keep an eye out for that. Go on Facebook Marketplace every single day. Look at all the guitars you have on there. What was that? You can tell me. Okay, sorry. But yeah, be safe. You know, make sure that the person looks like a reasonable person. Just like go to their Facebook profile and check that out. But yeah, I mean, talk to your parents, see if they'll enter the competition, but also, you know, find a guitar. People have guitars just laying around everywhere. Doesn't need to be a good one. Yeah, exactly. People just give away stuff on Facebook Marketplace. You can probably find some groups that are like free giveaways, and just ask your parents, like, hey, this person's giving it away for free. Can you check it out? Can you ask, you know, can you see if I can get it? Because you got to start sometime. Yeah. So, how many guitar players do we have out there? It seems like we've got some. Have you ever had like a broken guitar that had to be fixed? I mean, this is not like a basic repair, but it's really not too bad. I mean, if you have basic woodworking skills, or if you just want to try it. Do I have pets? Yeah, I have a dog. He's sleeping over there. Guitar player here. Nice, John. So yeah, this is a classical guitar. I don't know if many of you know about classical guitars, but that's kind of more my expertise, although I definitely played a lot of electric guitar and just regular acoustic. But nylon string, classical, I went to school for a long time, college, to learn how to play that instrument. So I know a lot about these, but they're not so popular. But I think, yeah, I'm definitely putting nylon strings on this. So something about nylon string guitars is when you put the nylon on, they have about like, I don't know, somewhere like, I can't remember the exact number, but there's a certain amount of like weight and tension that the strings have on them, and it's less than steel strings. So actually another reason why these bridges come off is because people put steel strings, and it's a difference of like, you know, imagine like lifting like a 20-pound weight or a 50-pound weight. You know, that's what this bridge is trying to hold on to, and these guitars are just not built to be able to hold that much extra weight that the steel strings put on them. So yeah, definitely putting nylon strings on here. There may be some like, there may be a way like you could put steel strings on if you tuned it down lower and maybe used, like if you looked at the back of the steel strings, I remember there's some strings called silk and steel. Those might be lower tension, but you got to be careful. You could do it, but for how long, I don't know. You know. Let's see here. So this is pretty good. I'm going to take this tape off now. I can't really get a perfect seal on this, but just a little something would be good. Oh, thank you, Alberta. I appreciate that. For a steel string, yeah, I think you could put nylon strings on a steel string. You know, I don't know how that would sound. I really haven't done it, but they have some nylon strings with the metal ball end, just like steel strings have, and you could try that. So like this nylon string guitar, you actually have to tie the strings on at the end here, and you can get the ball end and put that through, but that's not the way like that professional nylon string players do it. But you could definitely do that. This is a classical guitar. Toyota, good to see you. You finally made it. I guess I'm streaming at a different time, and you could be here. I'm just actually starting to fix up this guitar right now. Putting some. I put some glue in the crack. And for anybody who's new in the stream here, this is a vintage Gibson that I'm giving away on the 15th of September. You have to be in the US and 18 or older to be eligible to win it. So that's the rules, but all you have to do is subscribe and be one of those two things. So yeah, right now I'm just putting some glue in this crack, and then I'm also going to very soon put this bridge on, glue that back on. Yes. Yeah, so one thing too about nylon strings, if you're using like a pickup, you know, to electrify your guitar, pickups work by taking that metal string, and like the magnetic field is what allows the sound to come through the amplifier. And because nylon strings are plastic, they don't produce that magnetic field, so you can't amplify a nylon string the same way you would amplify an electric guitar or an acoustic guitar, anything with steel strings. So if you have that, if you want to put nylon strings on your acoustic, if it's an acoustic electric, you might run into an issue there. So just keep that in mind. The stream started, I don't know how long ago. I think, let's see, it's been it's been 22 minutes. Sorry it took me so long to figure that out. I didn't know where the information was. Yeah, this guitar is made out of very real wood. I know. It was the coolest thing. It definitely feels like a crime I was walking to my apartment and this old guitar case was just sitting by the door. It was somebody in my building throwing it away. And I was like, there's no way that there's a guitar just sitting in there. And I opened it up, and not only was it a guitar, it was a Gibson. It was incredible. So cool. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Jesse. Is it Jesse? Is that right? Am I shouting you out correctly there? But yeah, I mean, it's magic. The one good thing about the crazy cost of living to live over here in New York is that you find random Gibsons on the side of the street. It doesn't really justify the amount of money you spend living here, but it is a nice little bonus. Sweet. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I don't know why anybody would want to throw away something like this. My guess is they weren't much of a guitar player and it was just sitting in their closet for a long time and they didn't know what to do with it, so they just made some room and threw it away. But that's one thing, like everybody in New York lives in these tiny apartments, so sometimes it doesn't make sense actually to hold on to like a really nice guitar because you don't have space for it. Like, it's the craziest thing. I would have never imagined that that's a real thing, but it really is. I've gotten rid of quite a few things that in the past I would have never gotten rid of. This is a Gibson. This is a vintage Gibson guitar, classical, Gibson C1. I'm giving it away to one of my subscribers on September 15th. You have to be 18 and living in the US to be eligible, but yeah, so this actually has a crack from humidity, from lack of humidity. So I'm actually repairing that crack right now, and then I'm going to take this bridge and put it back on here. That's going to be the next step. Yeah, they probably didn't realize the value. I agree. But again, like, some people are just like, it's not even worth it. Like, I don't even want the like few $100s that I could get today if I posted it on Facebook Marketplace, and they just throw it away. I actually found like an iMac on the side of the road too. It was like a $2,000 iMac that it had like a crack going down the middle of the screen, and people didn't want it. Like, it's really crazy stuff. Robert, you want it? It could be yours. You just have to be 18 or older, living in the US, and sign up, and you could be the winner. Let's see. Yeah, by the way, gel, I found this in front of my apartment. Somebody was throwing it away. It's really crazy. Oh, really? Nobody else answers your comments? Well, you got to find other people, better people to listen to. Like, you've got good comments here. Okay, how do I put the bridge back on? Yours is pulling off. That's a really good comment there. So the way you do it, there's a couple things you can do. If yours is like just starting to come up a little bit, so like if you look down the bottom and there's like, or the top, and there's like a little gap, what you could try doing first is taking like a piece of paper and putting a little bit of glue. This glue is really good. This is hide glue, but actually what I'm going to use is even better for the bridge. It's called wood glue. Maybe you're aware of that. Let me go grab that. But you take the wood glue, take a little piece of paper, and you just kind of put some glue on the paper and then slide it under and try to work it as much as you can into that crack. This is wood glue. And then if you can take a clamp And you don't want to put too much pressure, but if you just put a little bit of pressure and clamp it down, that would be good too. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to, in a little while, you'll see, I'm gonna position this back where it originally was, and I'm gonna really make sure it's in the right spot. And once I do that, I'm gonna glue this up, put it on here, and then I have like a little thing I made with like wood and leather that kind of fits over this bridge perfectly, and I'm going to put that over it, and then I'm going to clamp it down together, so that way it'll be good. You know, the glue, this wood glue is very strong. Like they say, somewhere I thought they used to say it's even stronger than wood. At least that's what a lot of people say. They don't write it on here anywhere, but yeah, that's what people say. Yes, I'm so glad, Toyota, that you were able to finally get to the stream. I really appreciate your dedication of getting over here. Let's see. Yeah, no problem. Snapchat? No. But I appreciate you liking guitars, and I'm posting stuff all the time, and I'm doing live streams. Right now I have a guitar challenge, practice challenge, and that's going to start at 8 o'clock, and we're doing that for the next 9 days. So if you grab your guitar at 8 o'clock, get on the stream, have something to practice. Oh yeah, 8 o'clock Eastern time, by the way. Have something to practice and just show up. If you got questions about what you're practicing, type them in the chat and I'll do my best to answer them. Yeah, but I don't have Snapchat. I tried to download it and I didn't know how to use it. I guess I'm too old to understand, or I just have too many other things going on that I couldn't figure out how to use it. Okay, are you asking like if the strings will like, if they need time to like stretch, or like do they go out of tune like really easily after you restring? John, I'm wondering if that's what your question is. Okay. Cool. Yeah, this hat actually is a fun hat. I found it, and it's actually a luthier hat. I don't know if any of y'all know what a luthier is, but a luthier is someone who works on guitars. And I don't know, I found this at like a Goodwill, and it's like the Luthier Guild. So I feel like a real luthier when I wear this hat. Alright, see you Toyota. I appreciate you coming in. But hopefully I'll see you at 8. Bring your questions. That's funny. Yeah, Instagram. Right now I'm just like trying to figure out how to make really good videos on YouTube and make a fun live stream on YouTube for people to watch. So like all my attention is there. I've done Instagram in the past. I do have Instagram. I've tried TikTok. For whatever reason, if I try to focus on too many of them at once, like the content suffers. So I'm trying to just do a really good job on YouTube. So just keep following me here for now. Apparently all you need is a hat to become a luthier. So yeah, that's okay, Jesse. Just at 8 o'clock every night, 8 o'clock Eastern, I'll be here, and come check it out. Find a guitar and practice. Yeah. By the way, that's a good life lesson. If you find a hat, you become that thing. Like, you can do that thing. That's all you need. You just need a hat for it. This guitar is a Gibson. Gibson, one of the most famous guitar makers out there. Gibson made this guitar in the, I need to look up the serial number. The number on this one is 41054, and I don't know, it's either 60s or early 70s. one of those. Can't remember which one. Yes. No, yeah. Definitely try out that bridge solution. It can really help. How do you get your channel? My channel is Mason Lemieux. It says it up there at the top. If you're subscribed, you can maybe turn on notifications, and YouTube will bug you constantly to let you know that I am going live. And as long as you keep watching, YouTube will tell you even more. Show up. Show up to my thing. Yeah. Anybody who's new on the chat, I'm giving this guitar away on September 15th. And this thing will go to one of my subscribers. You have to be 18 or older, and you have to live in the US. Or somebody who's 18, if you're not 18, get them to subscribe for you. Like, get them to subscribe and say, if you win, you have to give me the guitar. I don't know if that's legal, but if it is, do that. But I'm not actually advising you to do that, okay? Let me be clear. Epiphone Acoustic Jumbo J200 EC. Yeah, definitely. Texas, nice. Hey, from Scotland. I'm from Louisiana originally. Spent a lot of time in Texas, so I know Texas very well. That Epiphone, that's a great guitar. You know, if you have it set up really well, which actually let me do that. Let me show you my acoustic guitar, and I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about what you can do to kind of make your acoustic guitar feel and play even better. But yeah, I mean, the Epiphone, all of those Epiphones have a lot of potential. So, all right, I'm going to put this over here for a second. I'm not going to let it get too far out of my sight, but I'll put it there, and I'm going to grab my acoustic guitar. 1 second. 1 second. Just wait 1 second, please. All right. How many guitars do I have? Right now in my house, I have 4 guitars. 4. I had 5, but I gave one away last month to one very lucky subscriber who won that one. Punk Nerd 4, I believe. Yeah, so Punk Nerd 1. Tight bond is very reliable. Yeah, and these are 2 different types of tight bond. This is hide glue, and I use this for the top to seal the crack. This is what they use. This is what, like, when you repair violins, because like a feature of violins, you actually want the wood to be able to to pop off. You don't want it to be so tight that it like has a severe crack. So like the top, different parts of the violin will be done, or all the violin is usually put together with hide glue. So that's good. So I did this top repair here, this crack with hide glue, but for the bridge, because it needs to be a little bit stronger because there's more tension that is just always on there, then go for this, because this is very strong. So yeah, this stuff for the more intense strength that's needed, and this for everything else. But yeah, tight bond is good. Let's see, Ibanez Electric Acoustic. Yeah, 229, great. That's a great guitar. If you like to listen to Creed, by the way, that's not, I wouldn't say that's bad. Creed definitely has some talent. Yes, Jesse, I will absolutely remember you. Don't worry. Go to soccer practice, okay? Go score some goals. Go kick the ball, and I will remember you next time you come here. Okay, so this guitar, I'm about to put a video out on this one. This is a vintage Takamine guitar. It is, it looks rough, it looks bad. It's really not in bad shape though. What I was planning on doing was refinishing the top of this guitar with something called a French polish finish. And I have a lot of reasons for doing that none of you probably really care about too much, but Basically, it may help the sound slightly, like maybe make it a little bit louder than the polyurethane finish that's on here right now. But the other reason is like all of these like yellowish parts, these rosettes. Oh, Jesse is your dad. Okay. Okay, Jesse. Whatever your name is, go kick some soccer balls, you know, and tell your dad hello, I guess. This guitar is a 1980 model. But anyway, back to what I was saying. This yellowish thing, this was white at one point, and then because of age, and maybe they put some stain on here too, it starts to turn yellow. So when I take this top off, this thing, this will be nice and bright white, and it was kind of a, I don't know if I should have done it, but I really beat up this guitar, and that's why I did all this. So it just looks cool now though, so I kind of don't want to finish refinishing it. So I've just kind of left it like this for a long time. Oh shoot, am I holding it upside down? Alright, the reason I'm holding it upside down is because I wanted to show you this part right here. This was actually my father's guitar that he bought in the early 80s, and this was my first guitar. Somehow I've held on to it for a really long time. But yeah, okay, look, getting back to this. How do you set up a guitar? I don't know if y'all know about this, but that Epiphone and the Ibanez you're talking about, if you want it to play even easier, like if it feels a little too high or a little too hard to push down the strings, there's two things you really have to do. Right in here, there's something called a truss rod. Well, the truss rod goes along the neck, but where you adjust it is right in here. And this is something that you want to do like very carefully, but if you do like a little turn left or right to adjust it, that can make the neck perfectly straight. I don't think I should get into exactly how to do that right now, but there's a lot of really great videos on the internet showing you. But just a little tip, you know, what I like to do is, see how I can demonstrate this. I look down like this. I look down the neck, and where the fingerboard here, where it meets, like you can see like a straight line. But sometimes you see like this, or sometimes it's going like this. And so you have to tighten or loosen the truss rod if you see that. But anyway, that's the first thing to do. The second thing to do is you take this saddle out right here, this white part, and then you're going to sand the bottom of it back and forth. But just do a little bit, like mark it with a pencil on the side. Like go like one pencil mark on each side. And then sand it until the pencil mark is gone. Make sure you stay really flat, because that bottom, you don't want it to be at an angle like this. You want it to be very flat. Go back and forth, flat, put it back in, tune everything up, feel it. Oh, it feels good. Great, you're done. Could go lower, loosen the strings, be upset with yourself, and then mark it again and do it all over again. And if you do that a few times, hopefully just once, but you know, if you do it a few times, all of a sudden your guitar is going to feel so much better to play. Also put new strings on the guitar. That's really important too. Okay. Yeah, I guess it is a sentimental guitar. Also, I just feel like I can't sell it because I still, for some reason, don't feel like this is really my guitar. Maybe it's not. I don't remember my father ever saying, "Hey, you can have this guitar." So it might not be mine. So yeah, I definitely shouldn't sell it. But yeah, let's see, what else do we have going on here? Look, setting up can be very scary, but you just got to try it. If you mess it up, just do little steps. Or bring it to a luthier, bring it to somebody who's a professional, and ask them questions like, hey, I really want to try to do this on my own. I want to learn to do this on my own. And a good luthier shouldn't get upset with you for wanting to do it on your own. They should be like, hey, that's awesome. I'm glad you want to do this. And they'll give you a couple tips, especially if you're paying them. Yes. Well, yeah, the truss rod, it can be scary. Definitely at first, it can be scary. But I wouldn't be scared to mess with any truss rod. But of course, I've adjusted very many of them to this point. You need to make sure you know how your truss rod works on your guitar, because some of them are a little different. Most of them, if you turn it to the left, it'll create more of this shape, and if you turn it to the right and tighten it, it's going to go back up to this shape. And you always want to loosen first, whichever way that is. You want to, well, okay, that depends, but for the standard truss rods, you want to loosen a little bit first. Make sure that the truss rod is not stuck, because there's a lot of things that can happen. But maybe try it on your cheaper guitar first. But it's really like there's not too many things. It can't go terribly wrong. Make very small adjustments. Don't do anything you're not comfortable with. But yeah, anyway. Go to soccer practice. It was good to talk to you. We'll see you next time. Yeah, I'm not going to sell this one. Definitely won't. The funny thing about this guitar too is, even though it's vintage, like it was from the 80s, it's really not worth a whole lot of money. So that's another reason maybe I don't sell it, because I wouldn't get that much money for it. These are selling for like about $500, which, funny, that's about how much it sold for in 1980. So it's very rare actually to see a guitar age 50 years and not really go up in value. I mean, technically it's gone down in value because of inflation. So yeah, I'm not sure. Absolutely. So that's another thing that I do. And if you aren't, before you do any kind of adjustments, make sure you put brand new strings on your guitar. And when you put those strings on, clean your frets however you can. Like take a cloth and like just clean them, because they get very disgusting. And then after you clean them, I like to put some oil on there. I rub oil. There's an interesting thing about oil. I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it, but I do have a short about oil, and a lot of people talked in the comments. I would like to do some more scientific testing on that oil, but I'm definitely still putting oil. I don't think it's going to harm your guitar at all. I think it'll help. It also definitely builds up a layer of protection over the wood. So what I like to use is this stuff called Dr. Duck's Axe Wax. It's very good. I've been using it for a long time. Yeah, I'll be keeping this. Okay, so let me put this one up, because I'm not going to do this adjustment right now. All right. I'll be right back. Just wait 1 second, okay? 1 second. All right. So now we need to put this bridge on. Getting back to this Gibson, if you're new to the stream, we're giving this one away on the 15th to one of my subscribers. And how long till I should change my strings after I just bought my guitar? That's a good question. Let me finish my pitch here. If you want to win this guitar, subscribe, be 18 and in the US, 18 or older, and you could win this guitar. I'm giving it away on the 15th. Okay. Now, I can get into a big rant here about new guitars. Old English lemon oil, nice. Yeah, that sounds good. Probably smells really good too. I went to Guitar Center, I don't know, a couple years ago maybe, and the Guitar Center in New York is so nice. Like, they have the nicest guitars there. $4,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 guitars, all these great guitars. And they have these custom shop Fender guitars that are like, all of them were like about $4,000 or $5,000, and I was sitting there playing them for a while, and you could tell this is a really nice guitar, but the way it felt to play was just awful. Like, the strings were old and it wasn't set up really well, and you're just taking this like beautiful instrument that was like really like put together so well, and you're just letting it, it's, I don't know, you're letting it walk out there with like really ugly clothes or something. I don't know how to put this, but it just looks so unflattering. It feels terrible to play. And in that case, yeah, as soon as you buy it, you got to put new strings on there. If your strings look old, and now let me also say, maybe old strings are okay, like depending on what you like. There's definitely a sound to old strings, and sometimes I don't change my strings really often because I kind of like it. But also, I like the sound of new strings too. It's very different. They're two different sounds. So maybe I'm like, you don't have to change your strings. If you like the way it sounds, then just do that setup like I was talking about, the way it is, if you plan on keeping it for a while. But if you want the most like resonance out of your strings, then you can kind of tell. Are they like very like silver and clean, or if it's an acoustic, are they like whatever the bronze or gold color that they might be? You know, you have to, if they look dirty, then change them. Yeah. So that's my answer. End the stream. Okay. All right. Why don't you just leave? I mean, you don't have to be here, right? I don't get it. Well, if they put the strings on the day that you got it, you're good. You're good to go. And so, yeah, you should be good with that. But yeah, I mean, shoot, I like to change my strings. If I'm playing the guitar a lot, then I'll change them maybe once a month, maybe once every 2 months. But you can definitely go longer than that as well. Oh, Toyota, I appreciate you. Thank you. I don't know, can we kick him out of the stream or something? Okay, you're sorry? Alright, if you're sorry, I guess we can leave you here. I don't know, but I think we're gonna kick you out, probably. This is a lot of power. You know, I've never had the power to kick somebody out before. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have time for it. I guess if he keeps talking, or she, or whoever they are, keeps talking, then we'll do something about it. But if you apologize, I'll let you stay. All right? I appreciate you apologizing. Okay. All right, Toyota. I'll see you later. Hopefully I see you tonight. All right, so we're putting this back on here. We're going to do this bridge repair. Always make sure that you do a dry run first. See, like this. If I was to put glue on here and put it on, I would have put it on upside down, and that would have been a big problem. So make sure it's the right way. And then you can kind of see how there's little pieces of wood here that are remaining. And make sure, like, you can kind of feel the grooves that these belong to. So try to line that up. You know, it's kind of like a puzzle piece here. And you can kind of feel it. So I appreciate that, Thruppence. I really appreciate that. All right, so we want to check this all out, make sure this is right in the right spot, and really practice this a few times. You got to really make sure you get it right, because if you put it on wrong, you have to like heat up the whole thing and take it off and start all over again. That you definitely don't want that. So a lot of practice getting it in the right spot. Practice putting it down, kind of get that motion like memorized, just like you're learning a piece. You're playing, do it over and over again, you know how to play it. And it's the same thing. You want to find the spot and just keep practicing getting to that spot, so when you put it on, everything's good. There's one other thing that I'm going to do here. I got to find this. Let's see. Alright, so this is this like contraption I made to fit over this. And so what I'll do, put these under here as well, and this will just help to, once I get this on here, this will help to kind of just keep the pressure down evenly, a little more evenly on the bridge. All right. So this is where we want it, right here. Yeah, I can feel it sitting really well, so I'll just practice that. Maybe even, it wouldn't hurt to just put some tape around, and this will help me get it right where I need to go. Yeah, I can feel that. You want to make this as easy as possible. Yeah, that should be good. So you do have a little bit of time once you put the glue on. You don't have to like, it doesn't dry really fast. It takes about like 15 or 20 minutes to really start to harden. That looks pretty good. All right. Okay, so that's something. Okay. Sorry, this is kind of a boring part, and I have to kind of focus because I can't get this wrong. I appreciate your subscription. I hope we're friends now. Okay, let's see. Maybe using, no, okay, not that. Hey, what's up, JC? I appreciate the subscription. So just to remind anybody new here, if you subscribe on the 15th, I'm giving away this guitar. You have to be 18 or older and be in the US, but if you fit those qualifications and you're a subscriber, you could win this guitar. It's a Gibson, a vintage Gibson. I'm also doing a live stream tonight, and it's for practice, 8 o'clock Eastern time. For 15 minutes, we're all going to get together and practice guitar. And if you have questions, I can help you out. I've been teaching guitar for a very long time, so I can give you some really good tips. All right, I gotta find something. This is my drawer of parts, and I don't think that's where I need this. So what I'm trying to do right now, this white part here, this is called the saddle. And so the strings go through here, through this part, and then they go over this saddle. This saddle, like, it usually comes out of the bridge on classical guitars, but for some reason, well, really on most guitars it comes out, but either this is like really like pressure fit in here because I can't pull it out very easily, and I don't want to because I don't want to risk breaking it, or it might even be glued in here, which is possible. But anyway, what that's doing is it has this extra lip here, and so when I try to put this thing over that's supposed to apply even pressure, it's leaning back. So I need to find something that is about this tall to put over this back tie block, is what they call this, because you tie the strings over this. I need to put something over there that's about the same height as this, so I can really push down even pressure. So when I clamp this, it, you know, gives that nice even force, and it's not leaning back like this. All right. So give me just a minute. Thanks for bearing with me here. Where can I find a piece that'll fit there? Oh, maybe this. Okay. Maybe some cardboard here will work. Yeah, I think this could work well. So what kind of music do y'all like to play, you guitar players out in the audience? Or if you're not a guitar player, what do you like to listen to? I'm very curious. You like to play electric guitar, acoustic guitar, maybe even nylon string guitar? I would love to know. That looks pretty good. I'm just gonna tape it up a little bit so that way yeah, okay. Cutting cardboard is not easy. For me, apparently. Alright, let's make it about the same size. Alright, great. Alright, so that'll go there. And then this will go on top. Great. Now we have much more even pressure. And let's see. Yeah. These are really old leather things that I made. Kind of give it some extra support, but you know what, I'm just going to keep using this cardboard here. Yeah, there we go. 2 sheets look like they'll do pretty well. Anybody new here, I'm giving away this guitar on September 15th. I've said that about 100 times now, and I'm giving it away to one of my subscribers. You have to be 18 or older and living in the US. But if you fit one of those, all of those criteria, then you can be entered to win this thing. Right now, I'm trying to re-glue this bridge on. And this is, I only get one shot unless I want to really give myself a headache. So I'm really taking my time to get this right. So sorry if this is too boring, but if you got any questions, be happy to answer them. what's going on? Thanks for showing up to the live stream. All right, here we go. So I'm just doing a dry run right now to make sure everything fits together before I put the glue on. And I guess if I like put together a better production for everybody, I would have done this before, and you wouldn't have to watch me figure out how to do it all, or kind of see how I go through this process of doing it. Right now, I'm taking this bridge. I need to put this bridge on that came off the guitar. So to do that, I line it up. And right now I'm making this thing. I'm making some little supports to go under here so I can put this clamp on. This distributor, I guess you could call it. And then I'm going to clamp this on both sides. And that way, this thing will put more even pressure over the bridge to make sure it really stays on. Alright, let's see. Alright, so the last thing I need to test out is just what it's going to look like when I put my clamps on. So this is, it's good right there. You can feel it. If you push against it, it's not moving. So it's really locked into the grooves where it came out. That's how you know it's in the right spot. If I can't move it left or right or up and down, that's where it needs to be. So we got this, we got this, got this. All right, put this on. Alright, so I guess it doesn't need a whole lot of pressure because the glue is really strong. Let's see if, I don't know if this is going to be long enough. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, so the best tool for this is to use these long C-clamps that go through the sound hole. I'm going to be using this beautiful Titebond original glue. Titebond original glue. Not sponsored. Yet. Okay. So this is kind of unfortunate. This clamp isn't long enough to reach. So I either need to get new clamps or make some kind of, I can actually like take this off and then put like longer jaws on it. So, all right, let's see. I know there's a lot of build up to putting this bridge on, but the solution to what I'm going to have to do next, oh shoot, could take quite a while and will be pretty boring. So I think we probably have to end this pretty soon, and I'll live stream again once I get that clamp on there so we can finish putting this bridge on. But everything's set up like this. This crack is looking good, and this is all ready to go. We just need to get the right clamping. And so while I figure that out, I'll let you move on to do something else. But remember, this guitar is being given away on the 15th of September, 18 or older in the US. You can win. Just subscribe. Whew, I'm getting good at that. All right, I'll see you next time, JC. Tonight, 8 o'clock, I'm doing the practice challenge, and then I'll probably play for a little bit after that. So hopefully I see you all then. But anyway, thanks so much for being here. I'll catch you next time.